Okay, Matt, we need one more in the books here. What have you got? So far, it's been 2 scratches. Well, a scratch and it did not stop, so that resulted in a DQ. Good on the landing. A little bounce, but that's okay. He'll get this one to a complete stop. Good maximum effort on the brakes for sure. .348 for Matt Shawns, the Colorado kid. Mountain Matt, we call him. All right, Aaron, little dirty air. He's working hard on that one. Woo, let's see if he can keep it together. There it settles down. Power off, a little bit long. There was some AOA grabbing, actually touching the tail first. So, wow, there was some action. Plowing some more Minnesota soil. Okay, here we go. Andrew, he won yesterday in the preliminaries. Let's see if he can keep himself on top of the podium today. Working the throttle on that big old Continental. Nice, rolls the right main just past the line, about 5 feet past. Good braking effort into the wind, skidding the whole way. That's a good one. And that comes in at 278. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those are the first 3 of our heavy touring competitors, and they did put on a show, didn't they? They will go and shut down and now watch. They'll come out, line judge, and watch their fellow competitors in the second half of the heat. If you're liking what you're seeing with Husky National STOL, make sure to stop by the souvenir table right behind Show Center here for your t-shirts, hats, and merchandise. Amazing shirts from this season and previous events, and if you're not here in person, you can buy merchandise online at nationalstol.com. And while you're online, you might as well take your selfies, your videos today, switch over to Instagram, give Husky National STOL a plug and follow them at National STOL. Or give Facebook at Husky National STOL Series a like as well. They'll keep you up to date on upcoming events, competitor profiles, airplane information, everything you need to know to stay ahead of the Husky National STOL Series. This year we started in we started in Lakeland, Florida. We went to Swamp STOL, a new event in Jennings, Louisiana, which was put on by one of our performers here today, Colonel Matt Peterson. And then we were up here. We'll then be rolling down to Gainesville, Texas for the series finals and the regional competition. So here, starting our next round, is William Gilstrap. He's a Texas boy. He's competed in several 182. Oh, that mains. You'll notice the pilots also raise the flaps. He's going to float it down. They want to reduce that coefficient of lift, put as much weight on the wheels as they can, and let those brakes work for him. That score coming in at 255. I think he's going to like that, and that's going to keep him pretty tight with the leaders. I think with that landing and that great takeoff he had, that's going to move him to the top, would be my guess. They're showing a total of 482, so putting him in third still, so we'll see. Warren Grobler, he nailed the takeoff. He nailed it. Let's see if he does the landing as well. No. That one was no good. You could tell it by the line judge over there. He just kind of sunk his head going, oh, so close. So very close, but that one is not going to work. Now, while everybody's here as friends and, after the competitions in the evenings, we're sitting over there enjoying a meal or beverage together, I'll guarantee that Andrew and Aaron just don't quite feel so bad right now for Warren after that scratch. There it is. I hear more Warren fans down there making noise. Can you imagine how shiny that airplane is in the Naples, Florida sun? Those green highlights, that looks cool. Of course, Flight Resources, McFarland here helping bring Warren and so many of the airplanes here. Whether you're flying a Piper, a Cessna, a Maul, or anything in between, over 30,000 PM8 and STC parts, McFarland has everything you need to keep your airplane ship-top shape. All right, Bill. Again, he's going to point it into the wind. He's going to offset. He's going to offset from that torn-up dirt in the middle, trying to get a better takeoff. I think he's going to like that one, somewhere around 190 feet. .189. That's pretty close to 190 feet, like I said. I got lucky, Tori. The old man's eyes are still working, thanks to my optometrist. Okay, Kurt. He went for it hard on that first one. Let's see if he can get that 185 airborne sooner. That's more of what his are like, and I'm not sure where those big mains finally lifted off. It looks like it's going to be fairly far down there at about 260 or so. .263 is the official number. So this wind was originally forecasted to swing around to the southeast a little more. Oh, and we really debated about whether we were going to turn the course around, and we didn't. I'm glad we haven't, because it's actually picking up. We're not getting much more of a headwind component as far as the direction, but the pilots are seeing a stronger wind, so they're gaining another 2-3 mile an hour headwind component. And I think our performances are starting to show. That may make Aaron and Andrew just a little bit nervous, as they've been watching since they ran in the first half of the heavy touring category. Are they going to get knocked off their places in the podium? 205 for that last takeoff for Warren. So that was a good one. All right. Mr. Gilstrap protects his boy, touchdown just a little bit early. A little bit firm, too. Let's see if he can milk one right to the line. This is looking better. Save it, save it. No, he did not. Good decision. He's just going to take that one around. When in doubt, take it around. No problem. Our big 185. Short final. Riding it. This one's looking good. This one's looking good. Kurt Leaders just past the line, skidded out. He is going for that top spot. Get her stopped. Tail down. Mark it, boys. Yeah. 176. .176. Great job by Kurt Leaders. Great replay right there for everybody out watching this live online. Oh, the images. Can't thank Husky enough for helping support the National STOL Series as we're waiting for Warren to come in. He doesn't know what Kurt just did. We know what Kurt just did. He just moved himself probably to the top of the podium. Let's see if Warren can answer. Oh, that's looking good too. It is good. It is good. Can you get a stop in time? Yes. 160. This wind is shifting. This wind is helping, and I think the two boys bringing up the 5th and 6th position have just moved themselves up in the standings. Wow. It does right now. Warren is on the lead at 365. Andrew Greer sitting in second at 383, and Kurt Leaders has found third place on the podium at 439. Wow. Now this landing doesn't count from a competition perspective. He's just going to put it down and get back in line. But he is going to make it a good, effective practice, and that was a good one, touching down just past the line. He's going to wish he had that one in the books. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your heavy touring competition. Woo! That was fun, tight competition. Those boys were flying some big, heavy airplanes, and they were dancing, doing a great job. It looks unofficial like Warren Grobler in that beautiful silver polished 180 is going to win it at 365 feet. Aaron Greer with the Hef out of Ellensburg, going to take home second at 383, and Kurt Leaders with the 185 is in third place right now at 439. Okay, they're resetting the field, so they go back out in the order when William went around. He got out of order, so they'll put him back in the front. So, of course, you know, we see who's leading right now, but the pilots don't know who's leading right now. So, the last pass, the pressure's on. Horton STOL on this 182. It's a 56 straight model. Of course, you'll notice everybody's running big, heavy air glass style forks on the nose gear, bigger mains. That was a good one. Keep it airborne, and he can't. Oh, that is really unusual. To settle it twice. That's just bad luck with the wind, I think. A good one there on the brakes. He's finally going to put one in the books that he hopefully will be happy with. You'll notice that every time he kind of skids to a stop, that left, it ends up a slight left turn to it. I think maybe he's got a little more either braking effectiveness over there, or they're offset and there's some more drag in the dirt or something. 271 landing there for Bill Gilstrap to finish it out for his competition. Okay, Kurt, last chance. Direct crosswind, nothing more. Wow, right on the line, good brakes.
My name is Mary Alverson, and I own Wings Over Water Seaplane Training. I operate out of Madden's Resort up here in Brainerd, Minnesota, and we have two airplanes. We have a Cessna 172 on amphibs and a Super Cub on straight floats. The Super Cub is kept here on Madden's property, so in the morning, if you get your rating here in the morning after breakfast, you have breakfast and you hop in the airplane and we go fly. You don't even leave the resort. Madden's is owned and operated by a seaplane family, and you will have the experience of a lifetime here. If you're from out of town or out of state, this is the perfect place to get your seaplane rating. You're staying at the finest resort in Minnesota, and that in itself is an experience. And then you get your seaplane rating on top of that. What could be better?
Right now we're just swapping out a few line judges over there. Our production team.
When it's time to recover and paint your fabric-covered aircraft, look no further than AirTech Coatings. Since 1982, our FAA-approved system provides you with a shiny, durable, easy-to-apply product. The AirTech system has fewer steps than any other product on the market today, saving you both time and money. While using cutting-edge technology, we offer a wide range of products. Whether it's for work, play, antique, or aerobatic, we have you covered. Remember, we make paint fly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jughead Council here. Welcome back to Sodbusters STOL with the Husky National STOL Series. It is time for the light touring category. My favorite because this is the one I compete in, and that's what's kind of unusual around here. It's not like NASCAR where you got your announcers, Jeff, sitting up in the booth who used to race. No, here I got to spend all day talking about my competitors, and then I'm going to run out there and jump in my airplane and actually take my 3 passes and compete as well. And one of the things I hate doing is finishing second to Dirty Bird. Jeff Pohl here is a great pilot, went up, won Valdez STOL as a rookie. He has won several times here on the Husky National STOL Series. I've even flown his airplane. I can't beat him. He's the founder of Sodbusters STOL. 2 years ago, he started it in Malacca, Minnesota, and he is going to lead off our light touring category. These are airplanes that weigh from 2,300 up to 2,500 pounds, or 170s, 172s. You'll see most of the Mauls are 175s, 150s, Stinsons all competing in this. Today, it's going to be a heavy competition of 170 beautiful round tail dragger classics and a couple of the straight tail cousins. They're 172s here. We've got everything from first time competitor rookies with highly modified airplanes to 100% stock airplanes being flown by the veterans. So we're going to see, I think, some tight stuff. Look at the judges down there. They're all psychic. And he's a big boy. He's a big Army boy. About 265 pounds worth of Army boy. And he kept that airplane in the air for a nice takeoff. He's also ran Swamp STOL. He started his own STOL competition, which became part of the Husky National Series this spring in Jennings, Louisiana, off the ground in 298. I like that. All right. Jeff Pohl is back on short final. This is 360 Sportsman. Voyager prop. Fiji's right on the line. No! Oh! And that's his dad that just called him a scratch. Oh. Ouch. We give each other the... Aaron, do not laugh. Oh, my gosh. Austin Clemens is back here laughing at Jeff for scratching. Austin's one of our Husky pilots and one of the upcoming superstars as a young kid. And him and Jeff have been talking smack for, it seems like forever. I'd say years, but Austin's not old enough to have been around years. We're still not sure his mom signed the note for him to fly in this. That one is going to hurt, Jeff. Let's see what our rookie can do. He brings it in really low. He's fighting it, and it touches down well early. And he'll just float it back over across the line. There's a couple techniques. Guys will bring it in really low, hang it on the prop. That's tougher to do in the tough wind conditions. Or they'll come in on a little steeper final and and try to use gravity to make a more stable approach, but that's usually a little faster touchdown speed. All right. Kenneth Monger, he's working it hard. Oh, it did not touch. It did not. Oh, but it did touch there too early. Okay, this tells me that we've got really squirrely winds because we've had 3 guys now come in here and short final have an issue. Let's see if the Army can set the ways. Now, normally the Army likes to be on the ground, slogging through the dirt. I've been trying to give him as many Air Force tips from my 20-year career as you can tell the colonel, but trying to tell an Army colonel anything is not too easy. He's working it hard. He's working it hard. Keep it going. Keep it going, buddy. You got it. Yes. Put it down. Dump the flaps. Quit flying. Someone shoot that bird. That is correct. At least he did not scratch. Wow. Woo, these first four are making it exciting here for us. Exciting for sure. You know, since 1981, Airtech Coatings has been revolutionizing the aircraft paint industry. Utilizing their polyurethane technology, Airtech Coatings offered the aircraft owner the advantages of inherent toughness and flexibility, fire resistance, chemical resistance, and the polyurethane wet look in an infinite choice of colors. Both sets the standard in the metallic paint world. Airtech Coatings will make your paint fly. Kenneth Monger, you can see all that new aluminum on that airplane. He's working hard to modify that and really show what a simple 172 can do. Feel this wind, folks. We're getting a breeze blowing. We're getting a breeze. Can these guys turn into it? Can they notice it, turn into the wind, and take advantage of it? Dirty Bird's up high with the tail. He'll swing it down, pull the flaps. He is airborne, setting it early and quick. I'm going to call it 125.69. There it is. All right, John. Just getting some good experience. Pretty new pilot with his 170. A student of C.C. Pocock's. Comes out of the very corner of California, Nevada, and Arizona. Cala Navarre is the place they call it. That's a nice takeoff, buddy. There you go. And what's important when you're doing this, especially as a rookie, you're flying against yourself. It's going to school on every pass, trying to improve on every pass, and he did a nice job there improving. 287 on the takeoff. All right, Ken's not trying to improve. Ken's trying to win. He's tired of finishing second to Jeff Pohl. That takeoff right there is a very good one. But he's got to get one in the books on the landing. The colonel takes the salute. He's rolling. The line judges are all standing at attention. Looking for a possible early surprise takeoff. Nope, he holds it, gets a good one in the books. He does at around I'm going to call it 280. We'll see what the judges officially relay down to us. 287. 287. Good one, Colonel. All right, Jeff's back on final. That was so close. He just aimed 10 feet past the line. Take one past the line, get one in the books. Or you can scratch. I don't care. Idle. Go to idle. Drop it. Raise your flaps. Dump it. Oh, right on the line. That was a good one. Dang it. I mean, yay for my buddy. $186. That's going to knock Colonel Peterson off the top of the board, I think. Moves Jeff Pohl and the Dirty Bird up to first at 311 combined score. That's not bad for as much crosswind we have. 30 conditions. John touched down way early in this 0300 powered 170. He's running a cruise prop. Sportsman's will help it fly slower on landing. Let's see if he can keep it airborne until it gets there. Work it, work it, work it. A little more power. That's going to be waiting on the judge. I think that one's good. Looks like he got that one good. Oh, we're going to photo on that one. I'm looking at my video feed here. The booth is looking upstairs. We'll let you know when we hear on that or see it. It's a game of feet. Sometimes it's a game of inches. The video was even tough to call. I'm not going to say anything. Here's Kenneth Monger. Keep one on the air. That one was good. That's exactly what he needed to try to take home first place to Arkansas. He's been working so hard at upping his game, practicing, modifying. John Hundred came back with a 223 score. A good landing out of John. That's a great job by the rookie. Oh, it was a scratch for John Hundred. It was a 220. Oh, and Ken Monger. That may not be a counter either. One wheel across, one wheel short, and I don't know which one is going to be the final call. But the Colonel got one down nicely. I cannot believe how tight this is getting, folks. And we still have 3 other airplanes to fly in this category. 291 on the Colonel's landing. Right now, Jeff Pohl is leading at 311. Matt Peterson in at 748 for second. But let's see if the Colonel or John Hundred, he might move up on here as well. We're waiting for our graphics with the standings to update. All right, I got the official word that both Joe and Ken were scratches right at the line. So this really means that they just need to put one across the line. Maybe raise that approach up a little bit. Oh, look at that windsock across the way. That has swung another 10, 20 degrees. Velocity's picking up. It's a tailwind component out there. Right here at the line, it's still a little bit direct cross. John's got the tail up and flying. There come the flaps. There's the rotation. One little bounce airborne. Oh, but he could not keep it in the air. That will not work for him. Okay, Ken. You know, this is an airplane that the Colonel bought that airplane for about $13,000. Both these airplanes are cheaper than modern cars. Hell, they're cheaper than modern used pickups as well. And it's just amazing what they will do performance-wise with some skill and practice and lightweight. Ken went for it on that, tried to catch some of that extra wind. I don't think it worked out in his favor. We're going to score Ken Monger at 218. That's really not too bad. The Colonel's on the podium, and he's just one of those guys that comes here for the love and fun of it. He goes, I'm not competitive. Everybody's got better airplanes than me. But it just goes to show, why do we show up and compete? Because you never know what's going to happen. And right now, the Colonel's sitting on the podium in second place. Jeff Pohl's sitting on short final. He's in the lead with Dirty Bird. He struggled yesterday in the preliminaries. He went out and practiced about 20 laps last night. And it was terrible wind, terrible air yesterday. He's taking advantage of it today. Let's see if he can keep it in the air all the way to the line for one more. Really getting it slow. Nice, nice, nice. That was good. That was good. I'm almost getting excited for my buddy. Yes. Take that, Austin Clemens. You and your Husky with reversing propeller. Yada, yada, yada. 170-pound punk kid. Us old fat men are going to get you. 176 for Jeff Pohl and the Dirty Bird. For those of you that don't know, Austin Clemens is kind of the up-and-coming young star. And while he may be a pretty good pilot, okay, well, let's not go that far. He's a slightly above-average pilot, maybe. He is a pretty nice, respectful kid. Of course, he just keeps saying, well, my parents always taught me to be respectful to my elders, and you guys are all so old. Good one there by John. There's the rookie bringing one in. 300 feet even. Okay, come on, Ken. Bring it in a little steeper this time. Carry it through, because this wind right here is ugly. Look at these airplanes dancing up, down, left, right, nose yawn. There, he's got it stable. Take it. There you go, buddy. That's what you want. That's what you want. Good one. Let's see if he's going to get out of the way for the Colonel, or Colonel's going to take it around. Looks like he's going to make it. Oh. Ah. Tough one there. Tough one for the Colonel. All righty. Woo! So, summarizing, after our first 3 rounds in the light touring for our first 4 competitors, we've got Jeff Pohl leading at 311, Kenneth Monger at 458, Matt Peterson at 578, and then John Hunrod at 679. All right, we're going to go to commercial, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take the tuxedo tails off. It is time for me to switch gears, and I've got to head over, get into the airplane mode, and see if I can hang with these boys and maybe work my way up to the podium. Let's hope the judges are kind.
Hey, I'm Chad, and I am Legend. So once I decided I wanted to buy a bush plane, a Super Cub, before I began my research, I had never even heard of Legend Aircraft. I had heard of a couple different manufacturers, and that's really what I started with when I started researching. It was only through doing different Google searches and getting on the forums and hearing about this Legend brand that I began to really research them. And what I know today is Legend Aircraft is the best kept secret in aviation. It doesn't appear to me that they spend their money on a lot of marketing and advertising. They spend that money on research and development and into building a great product. Another factor for me, aside from the build quality differences, the willingness to customize, the customer service, their willingness to sit down and almost do a kind of a ground up one-off creation. On top of that was the other manufacturer that I was looking at. If I were to spec out this plane as close as they could get, I was getting less value, a less rugged, less sturdy, not as well built airplane, and an airplane that ultimately at the end of the day was not exactly what I wanted. That plane spec'd out at about $100,000 more than the Legend Aircraft version. And what I ended up with here with the AmeriCub was exactly what I wanted out of a bush plane and out of a Super Cub. And Legend Aircraft was willing to build that for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Pohl here. I'm the pilot of the Dirty Bird you're looking across the runway out there. Boy, it is challenging out there. Up next, we've got Micah Lindstrom. He's got basically the same airplane as me, a little bit different propeller. He's quite a bit lighter, younger, probably more agile. So watch this guy. It's going to be a tight race. Micah just finished building that Super 170, I don't know, probably about 6 months ago. He's a hometown kid, lives just down the road from me in Malacca. Put the Lycoming 0360 180 horse on there and swinging an MT constant speed propeller. Now, I want you guys to all root him on, even though I'm probably your favorite. He's the kid practices. He flies a lot. That's why he's probably going to whoop me today. You guys watch these winds. You watch that wind sock, and he keeps switching from a quartering head to a quartering tailwind. It makes it really challenging. When you're coming in on short final, you got the wind gusting and rolling over the top of the pine trees behind you. Makes it a handful. If you watch when they're coming in, they're kind of dancing side to side and crabbing into the wind. It's a handful. Look at that tail high method. I'd like to say I taught him that. Nice job, Micah. Up next, Nathaniel Kick, Princeton, Minnesota, another local guy. That airplane actually sold to him, I don't know, probably about 3 years ago, and he flies the heck out of it. Nathan is a commercial airline pilot as well, just getting back into GA, and he's got the stock 0300 engine on there. Makes it a little bit more difficult. You'll see it won't be quite the takeoff of the Super 170s, but he handles it really well. Let's see if he can nail his takeoff. Oh, rotated just a little too soon. If you rotate too soon, it'll cost you, and it can cost you 100 feet. And John Jughead Council, your MC, that I cannot wait to come back over here and talk on the mic so I don't have to. This is not my job. I'm filling in. Hopefully doing an all right job for you folks. John flew in all the way from, Washington. Flew in from Washington to MC for you folks today. A little bit early on the rotation for Jughead as well. Jughead is another commercial pilot. He flies for Alaskan Airlines. So Micah, the first guy to take off there was a 177-foot takeoff.
Let me jump in here.
Here comes Micah Lindstrom on short final. Let's see if he can bring it across the line. It is a handful out there. Keep it going, Mike. You're doing a good job. Oh. And he did it. Nice job, Micah. Oh, this is going to be close. Here comes Nathaniel Kick. Micah had a 166-foot landing. I think I might be out of the race, folks. Here comes Nate Kick, cross the line. Nice job, Nate. See how that crosswind got him there? Coming hot on his tail. Short final right now is the RMC John Jughead Council. That was a 303-foot landing for Nathaniel Kick, and oh, Jughead didn't get it across the line. Doggone it, Jughead.
So, Jeff, while the planes are coming back, we've got a minute. How would you describe that air that we just flew in right there?
Terrible.
It was terrible.
It's fine if you just want to, you know.
My mic's on. Yeah. So it was pretty terrible.
Yeah, if you're just coming, you know, if you're just going cross country, it's not a big deal. But if you're trying to do a competition, it makes it awfully tricky.
So the airspeed between stalling and the airspeed between having a good established approach is only a couple of knots. And when your gusts are more than those knots, you could stop flying at any minute.
Oh yeah, you can drop off. I mean, you're sitting there on short final thinking you got the perfect approach, and
Here goes Mike.
it's gone. There goes Mike again, tail high. Oh, rotated a little too soon.
I don't think we can hear Matthew.
It's okay. And then here goes Nate.
And another slightly early rotation, but he did recover. It's really tricky out here, too. When you're taking off in these competitions, it's minimal controllable airspeed. So when you rotate and you're basically just wallowing in that ground effect, it's really easy to get blown off course. It takes a lot of concentration to get it done and get it done without breaking anything.
Just keep talking about.
So that was a 329-foot takeoff for Nathaniel. Here comes Jughead, yep. Sorry, folks, I got people talking in my ear, and it's messing me up. It's not my job, it's Jughead's job. That's why I want him to come back ASAP. Watch him work that crosswind. One wheel came off, the other one stayed in the dirt. It is tricky out there. Here comes Micah for his second landing. His last one was 166 feet. Let's see if he can beat that. I have a feeling this kid is going to knock me right off the leaderboard. Work it, Micah. Oh, landed a little bit long on that one. That's going to cost him. Waiting for the footage on Micah there. 189 feet on Micah. Come on, Nathaniel. Oh, scratch. Doggone it. Right now, Micah is holding second place at 343 feet. Kenny Munger is third at 458, and Matthew Peterson, fourth place at 578. It's not over yet, though, folks. Here comes Jughead. These winds are really kicking up. Go around. Good job. Good choice, Jughead. Folks, there's nothing wrong with doing a go around. It's nothing to be ashamed of. When the weather is not in your favor, something's going to go wrong. It's a lot better decision to do that go around than take the chance of wrecking an airplane or hurting someone or yourself. So Jughead, being the proficient pilot that he is, made the choice to do a go around. So we just get to watch him land. Well, I think that was like 4 landings he just did, and hopefully he'll just do it in 1 this time. Boy, you can feel that wind has picked up, I bet, another 6 knots from just a couple of minutes ago. And it's turning into a quartering tailwind, which makes it incredibly difficult. Here he comes. Now, guys, remember, Jughead coming in here. This is the guy that flew in all the way from Washington, so he could talk to you guys on the radio and explain all these airplanes to you and how STOL works and everything else. So make sure you guys give him a huge round of applause. Cross the line. He'll take it. Well, I can tell you, leading the light touring class right now is a pretty good feeling, but I know yesterday in the quarterfinals, this guy right here in that polished 170, he was holding first. He knocked me out, which is a little bit of a gut punch, but you know what? When you get a young guy that's as active and interested in aviation as Micah, to see someone like that take the lead, it's actually a good feeling. You know, you pass the torch at some point. I mean, you can't win them all, and you can't win them forever, but gosh darn it, we can all try. Micah's taking the line here for his 3rd and final run. This is the guy that's really got me shaking in my boots. And here he goes. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he doesn't rotate too soon. Oh, he came back in the dirt again. Doggone it. And Nathaniel kicking that beautiful blue and white Cessna 170. Boy, I tell you, folks, the wind, the way it's switching in that tailwind, if you watch that windsock cross the way, it is so challenging, especially these guys with the underpowered 170s, these stock 6-cylinder Continental 0300 engines that they produce 145 horsepower at 2,700 RPM. The problem is with these fixed-pitch propellers on these stock engines, you can't get 2,700 RPM. So these guys are actually taking off with only about 100 horsepower, and that's a 4-place airplane. That is not an easy task to accomplish. So these guys might have longer takeoffs, but I tell you what, it is impressive what they're able to do. Come on, Jughead. There goes the flaps, and rotate to get it clean. You can see how challenging it is with that underpowered engine. Once you get that thing off the ground and being able to control it, power does a lot to help a pilot. So an underpowered airplane is a great trainer because it teaches you really how to fly the airplane. Looks like a 311-foot takeoff for Jughead there. Here comes Micah Lindstrom on short final. He is currently in 2nd place. Let's see what this landing does for him. Oh, and it's a scratch. Well, I'll tell you what, Micah flew the heck out of that airplane. I don't have any papers here. I think he's like 22 years old, got into aviation, and he has pretty much devoted his every spare moment to it. Come on, Nate. Long, but you know, that is a good, solid landing. See if we can get some scores on Nate Kicks landing there. Boy, I can't wait for Jughead to get back over here. He's on short final right now, and I cannot tell you how bad I want him sitting back in this chair. 271 feet for Nate Kick, and here comes your MC, John Jughead Council. Fighting that wind, working that engine with his underpowered, and he's across. You know, landing 20, 30 feet long is a whole lot better than landing 1 inch short. I can tell you from experience. Yesterday I had about a 12-inch scratch, and today I had a 1 wheel behind the line scratch, so that's when you know you are close. While Jughead parks his airplane and hopefully runs his butt back over here really, really fast. I think we're going to be running. All right now, folks, myself, Jeff Pohl, in the Dirty Bird home first place, 311 feet. Micah Lindstrom in second place at 343 feet. Kenny Munger in third place, 458 feet. And I think we've got a commercial break coming up here, guys, while they line up the next class.
When it's time to recover and paint your fabric-covered aircraft, look no further than AirTech Coatings. Since 1982, our FAA-approved system provides you with a shiny, durable, easy-to-apply product. The AirTech system has fewer steps than any other product on the market today, saving you both time and money. While using cutting-edge technology, we offer a wide range of products. Whether it's for work, play, antique, or aerobatic, we have you covered. Remember, we make paint fly.
My name is Mary Alverson, and I own Wings Over Water Seaplane Training. I operate out of Madden's Resort up here in Brainerd, Minnesota, and we have 2 airplanes. We have a Cessna 172 on amphibs and a Super Cub on straight floats. The Super Cub is kept here on Madden's property, so in the morning, if you get your rating here in the morning after breakfast, you have breakfast and hop in the airplane and we go fly. You don't even leave the resort. Madden's is owned and operated by a seaplane family, and you will have the experience of a lifetime here. If you're from out of town or out of state, this is a perfect place to get your seaplane rating. You're staying at the finest resort in Minnesota, and that in itself is an experience. And then you get your seaplane rate on top of that. What could be better?
I got that right turn. We're good.
Let's meet up at the compound group up.
At 10-4.
Yeah, for sure, dog.
Good, little driver, straight on through.
Just a second. Dude, I was... Comes the Air Force. Oh, that was tough. So on those last two passes of mine, you know, below 30 feet, there was probably 4 times I was full-scale deflection on the controls. That is some dirty air right here on short final. And kudos to the guys and gals that have been putting them down, because I sure didn't today. I didn't today. Good thing is that sport aircraft seat cushion comes out just as easy as it goes in. Woo! So coming up next, we've got our young little superstar, Austin Clemens. Check out that beautiful Husky. And those that are familiar with the Aviat Husky lineup, yeah, he's a local boy. Grandma and Grandpa live right here in town. He's had an absolute blast this week, spending some quality time with family. You know, Husky has that cool dog on the back of their on their emblem. It usually flies on the tail. And when you look at Austin's Husky, that dog has a little more attitude than normal. And I think you're going to see why that decal is quite appropriate for not only the airplane that Husky brings to this contest, but the way Austin flies it. The good news is, after that last pass of mine, I think I can log off my go-arounds, my stall recoveries, because there are about 2 or 3 of those coming down final. Woo! All right, this is our Bush class. Austin Clemens and Alan Gates. And I know I screwed up the pronunciation on that one. There goes Austin. That thing is roaring at over 200 horsepower, rips it airborne. Oh, longer than a little expected. What's it going to come in at? Somewhere down around the 190-foot mark. 192. Alan Goddess. That's what this is, out of Montevideo, Minnesota. He was actually supposed to be up north with up at one of their other places, and I think with the weather and different airplanes, he decided just to come down and hang out with us and play STOL all weekend. We sure are glad he did, and his son's down here. Husky A1B 0360 powered. He has competed at Sodbuster 2 years ago. Otherwise, this is his second STOL competition. Went to school on Austin, who had a little trouble getting off the ground. He waited just a little bit here, made a nice conservative takeoff. I think he'll like that. 2.4.223 on that. Big thanks to Acme Aero out there. You've seen the suspension systems getting used here today, and that is for sure. I'm just glad I didn't have to use that Ladd Gardner insurance to recover after my airplane flying today. Now watch Austin, short final. He's going to make sure he gets one past the line. He does it. Oh, what is that? You ladies and gentlemen, that is the MT propeller that you can get in reverse. 162 feet. Go talk to the men and women at McFarlane Aviation. They can get you hooked up with that reversing propeller as well. Now, that was just plain good, smart competition mindset on Austin's part. He knows he needed one in the book. He took it long. He knew it was long. That's okay. And he's got a counter. Alan, where'd you go? There he is, coming around the corner, Mr. Goddess. Definitely a tailwind component right here at the line. A lot of crosswind, but it's unsteady. That is definitely the trend right now, is it is variable everywhere you are. Up at 200-300 feet in the pattern, it's probably blowing 20 mile an hour. He's working it hard. Nice one, Alan. Now can he get it stopped? That's not going to be that far off from, I like it. I like it. So Austin started flying when he was 12 years old in a Super Cub. I think he's all the way up to 18 or 19 now. He's almost out of his teens, you know. Woo! We all put together some money, and we bought him his first Razor back at the last STOL contest. And I'm not sure he uses it yet, but oh, look at that! Look at that! Yep. Amazing thing about that kid is all the different airplanes that he's flown, from Barons, Bonanzas, Stearmans. I hear he's got probably one of the highest time Stearman young kids out there, and a great Stearman instructor. Over 1,300 hours he's working on that commercial and instrument and his multi-engine ratings when he's not practicing in this Husky, and he practices a lot, and it shows. Lives down in Benton, Kansas on the Stearman field with his family. He calls this Husky the dog. That's a nice takeoff, and I think this dog's doing a little dirty bird hunting this weekend. Where's Jeff Pohl? Is he around here anywhere? Is he hiding? I think he's looking to go get that dirty bird, chase it down. All righty, 191 on that takeoff. Alan's got a good one in the books now. Let's see if he can go improve upon it. Oh, nice takeoff. Good one, buddy. $219. You know, I think after tomorrow we kind of got some time off here. I think it's time to head back out to Madden's Resort on Gold Lake and maybe take in a game of golf or enjoy some more great meals, beverages. It was sure a great time out there. All right, Austin's bringing it in. Cut the corner here. Gonna just this final air is terrible, so let's just shorten it up. It's looking stable for him there. He is dancing. He's working it. Look at that tail. Look at that rudder. It's almost all rudder for him. Very little aileron use. Great effort. Oh, my gosh. Even in these conditions. Nails it. Excellent, excellent job. Now, that's just plain showing. And now you're going to blow the dirt over on the Dirty Bird? Oh, he's cruising for bruising as that kid. 150 right there. And, hey, we got a special guest right here at the podium with me. This is none other than Mr. Colin Knieve. He's got his Carbon Cub in town, but I think most people probably know you, Colin, better flying the old green plane. Your dad's 182. Welcome to Brainerd.
Oh, thanks. I don't know. Thanks, Jughead. I'm glad to be here. This is amazing. I heard all these accolades about Austin, but one thing you forgot to say is that's just one stellar human being.
He is a good kid, but we're not going to let that go to his head. His flying is good enough.
Well, the good news is he can't hear us.
Oh, that's true. So we can admit that he's a really nice human being. Alan coming in, going to try to hang with him. This is looking good. Nice. Get on those brakes. Get him. Get the flaps up. There you go. Well, the good news is I think, we've seen great competition. He's won a lot of pretty much everything he's entered. He hasn't always been in first place, but he's been on the podium. And he's got a little STOL drag racing experience now. And so as he continues to grow, 341 right now is the best for Austin, and Gade's in at 509. So
I don't think this microphone is working, or is it?
That's you're good. Hopefully, Colin, you didn't see me fly.
Man, I always see you fly. I always watch you fly. Jughead, I'm your biggest fan outside of Dakota.
I might have embarrassed my dog today. That was how bad that was. He's like, yeah, I'll walk home from the sandbar.
Yeah, but as hard as people don't realize, as hard as these pilots are working, they're still having a ball, and that's what counts.
Well, that must have been what I did wrong today. I wasn't having any fun.
You're not having any fun. You sound like you're having a ball.
I wasn't having fun out there today. That was That was work, and it didn't go my way.
All right, let's make some noise for Austin.
Local boy. Local boy. Let's see if we can make more noise than the dog.
Let her rip, Austin. Another impressive plane, this Husky. I tell you what, Alan is he's manhandling that plane today. And in these wins, this isn't easy.
Well, and the thing is, Alan's just one of these typical seaplane pilots around here. He doesn't spend time practicing. He's just relying on the skills he uses every day in his off-airport flying around here to do it. And just kind of showing what the average guy out there and a great Husky can do. Because remember, luxury aircraft and backcountry meet when you find yourself in an Aviat Husky. Many manufacturers have claimed to have that large mission profile, but we're seeing it right here. I saw everything they packed out of the airplane when they arrive, and they've got everything loaded in, all the comforts to be on the road, and then lighten it up and just come out here. Hey, Jeff, I don't know if you noticed, but that dog was kind of blowing dust and smoke over at your Dirty Bird airplane. And
he's about to get it.
What do you mean he's about to get it?
We're going to have a grudge match.
You're going to have a grudge match?
Wait a minute. A grudge match?
This kid right here.
Yeah, that kid right there that's hanging it and landing it right past the line and going into reverse. Oh, he didn't even go into reverse on that one. I think that landing was still shorter than yours, and he didn't go in reverse.
I think he's going to need that beta when we go out here and have our head-to-head grudge match.
He's going to need beta to beat the Dirty Bird is what I'm hearing.
But you know what he doesn't need is he doesn't even need a tug for that thing. He just lands that thing in his hangar, I think.
This is true.
Or just backs it in. And he could blow the dust out of it, clean it all at once.
No matter what happens, look at the difference. There's a 4-place Cessna 170 against a Husky.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that, though. We're going to talk about these guys landing under 300 feet.
Yeah.
These guys are putting this thing down in less than a football field. That's further than I can run.
So as Alan's bringing it into final here, he's still just kind of flying for pride and outdoing himself right here.
When these pilots taxi by, you guys give them all the applause, raise your hands, wave at them. We're having a ball out here. Come on, Alan.
Looks like that air's gotten a little bit better. Oh, nice. Oh, see, that's what I was noticing too, is right about 10 feet before the line, you get a little float. I think there's a little pocket of air. I don't know. Maybe it's Papa Joe's over there. All the people with their dinner, getting their hamburgers over there at Papa Joe's is interrupting the airflow.
Did you get a cheeseburger yesterday? I tell you what, those things are. Jay hit the spot.
374 on the landing for Allen. All righty.
So, Jughead, where's your next, you and Dakota's next venture where are we gonna find you guys?
Oh, well, let's see. You could be out on the sandbar on the Skycomish River real soon. Of course, hunting season's firing up. And if you've never, go to the YouTube page, Jughead Council, and you can see all the adventures for Dakota and I as we explore the Pacific Northwest, play on the sandbars, go quail hunting, pheasant hunting, mountain biking, camping.
I tell you what, I have my YouTube alerts set to when you post a video because I just love living vicariously through you and that beautiful black lab of yours. Nice job, Alan.
Well, there's nothing better than flying unless you get to fly with your best friend. Here comes our line judges back over. They definitely need to go to Papa Joe's and get some meals because I made them run it all off out there. So what I see is Jeff Pohl's over there putting some ration fuel in the Dirty Bird. Austin's sitting over here. And, I think these guys are kind of going to go at each other if I heard right. I heard talk about a grudge match and the bonus capabilities of that 4-seat Cessna 170 versus that fancy dog over there. Austin, is he climbing out? Is he coming over here?
They say rubbing is racing, but you don't want to be rubbing in airplanes. So the way they rub is by giving.
Look at the punk kid's taking off his sweatshirt to get even lighter. showing his six-pack abs over there, because I guarantee Jeff Pohl doesn't have six-pack abs over there that he's dealing with.
We do get that calendar out. I think Austin's going to be Mr. July.
Oh, Austin, look at that. So this is really a Minnesota battle, because we got the local kid. He lives in Kansas, but his grandparents live right here. And Jeff's from Malacca, which isn't very far away, but more than 2 canoe strokes away. That might be far enough.
Well, yeah, he's. I would call him local. His mom was born and raised in Brainerd. His grandparents still live here, so this is kind of coming home.
This will be interesting to see. This is a great chance too, folks. If you haven't had lunch, we're technically going on to our lunch break right here, and that'll be about 30 minutes. But I think these two are going to have a little fun, a little just jaunt. Yeah.
Hey, Austin, you can high-five and hug afterwards, but right now you got to keep that game face on.
Dial up your phone, Colin. I'm going to go out there and see what they're doing. I'm going to call you so I can talk to you, and you can pass it on.
Sounds good. How about it? Has Jughead been keeping everybody entertained today? I mean, the man puts his best clothes on to come out and do this, so he clearly is a labor of love for him. Let's see if I can get him on speakerphone here. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this through this or not.
Austin, because he's been talking smack calling you a punk. I see you getting all light. You got this skinny stuff to you. You gotta show it to the old man.
Yep, Jeff's been talking smack so much that we gotta lay it down now.
Are you gonna use reverse, or are you gonna do it like a man?
I gotta do it like a man. That's what I promised Jeff. So.
Hey, good luck. About 30% of the crowd's rooting for you. The other 70%'s rooting for you as well, I think.
Okay,
that's 100% if you're not sure about this new modern map. All right.
Jughead's going to make his way over to Jeff here, and Jeff's a lover, not a fighter, so he's probably going to say all things good.
But they are definitely at each other. So, bad, buddy. They're laughing at the old man. Everybody's rooting for the kid. You're in his neighborhood. Do you think you have any chance at all?
I'm going to spank that house. They're rooting for you. I'm a Minnesota boy. What's going on with that? Hey, this is a 4-place airplane. This is a 4-place Cessna.
Well, maybe we should have had the competition carrying all your camping gear, too. So good luck to you guys. Colin, I think we're going to be in for a good little show here.
Oh, I can't wait. And he's right. He's flying a 4-place Cessna, and he can load that thing down and go about anywhere you want. Special thanks to Textron Cessna for showing up with that brand new shiny 206. The cargo pod alone under there carries 300 pounds. If you guys get a chance after this show, walk down and check that beautiful blue and white and silver bird out. Here we go, Austin. Oh, he's working it. He's working it. Right now, you know their hearts are just going a million miles an hour.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This is it. Look at it. Jeff's over there begging
Come on, let's
for
make
support.
some noise for these guys. Let's do this thing. Come on, Jeff.
1955 versus 2020 technology capabilities. Young and old. We've got everything going on the line right now.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Wow, it's tight. It's tight. It's
really
all on the
tight.
landing. Are we giving them 3 runs?
I don't know how many runs they're going to go, but you heard it. I think you heard it. Austin says he's not going to use beta. He says he's going to do it old man style.
Uh-huh.
Old man style. Let's see. Let's see here.
Here he comes, slipping around that corner.
Look at the crab. Look at the wind. Oh, look at this tailwind component out at far center. It's squirrely right here at the line. Half the lines of flags are showing crosswind, some tail, some headwind.
That young man is roughing right now.
Gives up 20 feet at the line. He did not use reverse. He did not. Oh, that's somewhere at about 180 feet.
180.
Jughead, I tell you what, from all the way over here, you called it right on the knot. It was 180.
If only I flew as well as I see things. Okay, come on, Jeff. I got to root for Jeff. He's my buddy. He's closer to my age.
What are you now, 36?
Exactly. I'm 36. 36.
Come on, Jeff.
I love his airplane. That's it. Yeah! That was good. Get on it, buddy. Stop it. 179 and a quarter.
$192. Austin by 12 feet. Wow.
They're going again.
They're going around. Here we go.
Well, it's got to be like hockey. We got to go at least best out of 3, if not best out of 7 series at this point.
Oh, man. I don't know about you, but even my heart's beating for these guys.
Oh.
Austin's smile says it all. He says it all.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy. You got it.
Here's what's going to go on. Here's what's going on.
Oh, you're not going to pull out their girlfriends. These lovely ladies are walking out there going to cheer on their men. Jughead, that's darn near a distraction, my friend. When Jughead flew fighter planes, that's how he got his name, Jughead. But now we're going to call him Mr. Steal Ya Girl. We have 193 for Austin. $134 feet. 134 feet in that big bird. He better change the name of that to Angry Bird. They're still trash talking on the radio, I hear. I wish I could hear them. Here he comes, skidding around that corner, puts it into a nice slip.
Oh, man. Austin, I feel terrible for your girlfriend, man. Hey.
Oh, we're live in the cockpit listening to these guys trash talk as well. We got both their girlfriends out here. Oh, he gets it there. He gets it. We got Brianna and Tori.
That's pretty good. I don't know if Jeff's going to do that one.
200 right on the knot.
So the word is either the air boss out there, or I don't know. Personally, I think the guy in the tuxedo should get the girls at the end of this, regardless of which of the pilots wins the contest. We'll totally distract him. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, pretty good landing. Pretty good one. That was tight.
Well, I got you, Austin. That was so close.
How close was it?
I don't know.
209 feet for Mr. Jeff Pohl.
209 for Jeff.
But it's a combined score here.
Well, you guys want to see one more round out of them, or you want to call it here? One more? The crowd wants one more. The crowd wants one more.
And I tell you what, you're not going to have to talk very hard to get Austin and Jeff to keep flying. These two outwork everybody. They just keep on flying all day long.
I don't know. Maybe they should flip it around and have Dirty Bird go first.
Oh, that'd be another level of pressure.
Oh, man, isn't this fun?
Oh, this is
what aviation's about.
I tell you what, Brainerd, Minnesota rolled out the red carpet.
Now, where's that airplane going? Why would he be leaving now?
He wants to see this contest from the air. Come on, Austin, work that plane.
Oh, it didn't happen.
No.
That dog didn't hunt.
No, I tell you what, but did you see the how synchronized he was? Dropping that, raising that tail, grabbing those flaps, getting that thing in the ground, getting that thing in the air. They're working, man.
They are. He's going for it all. Good takeoff. That was a good takeoff. Blew the Colonel's hat off. 179. That was good. That was good. Brianna, Tori, come here. Let's get your input on this.
I have no comment.
No, what do you mean you have no comment, says Tori?
Plead the fifth.
What about Brianna? How about you?
I don't have comment.
Since when do women have nothing to say when it comes to their men and airplanes?
Well, I think if you looked at their Instagram stories, it tell a different story.
Oh, does it?
They don't want to say it out loud, but they're posting it on socials. My man's the best.
I see.
Here we go, Austin.
I see.
Here we go. He's fighting that wind. Look at that tail. He's working that rudder like crazy. Oh!
Short. Wow.
All right, don't tell Jeff. Nobody tell Jeff on the radio what just happened.
Hey, Jeff, I promised everybody I wouldn't tell you that Austin just scratched.
Awesome.
Awesome. I like that answer.
Who said that?
Brianna was like really disappointed that you scratched too.
That was a bad scratch.
Oh, that was a great landing. Stop it, buddy. Stop it. I think that's got to be a 170 win right there. I don't know. Yeah.
That landing was 232 feet long.
So what we need to get, Colin, is we need to find out exactly what the score was. Oh, this might come down to the crowd. This might come down to the crowd and the numbers.
Here's what happened. Since this is unofficial, they weren't tracked in the computer or logged in the computer. Nobody took notes, so we're going to take a crowd vote as soon as Austin gets climbed out of his cockpit here. First off, let's show these guys some appreciation for how hard they're working out here. Two of the finest aviators in backcountry and STOL flying right there. And there he goes, folks. Mr. Steal Your Girl.
This is what STOL's all about, and I really am glad that everybody's out here. Tell your friends. We appreciate you coming. Let's go get some eats, and then we'll be back for our two experimental categories, and everybody wants to see what Yeehaw and the Coyote with Jason Doucette's going to do. Okay, I know I talked in front of a lot of people, but some of you may not be able to hear. So we're on our lunch break here, and then we come back for our experimental bush, and then we have our light sport, light experimental. So we've got lots of flying left to go here. We've got 3 more sets of heats, and, of course, our superstars are coming down the line. So hope everybody's having a great time, and we'll see y'all in a little bit later. We sprayed the hell out of it with vinegar and oil, and so like us online, had a fun time, and is ready for the next 2 rounds. We've got our alternate bush and then our light sport, light experimental coming out, and this is going to be some good close competition. We've got some carbon cubs, some mother of all cubs from Legend Cub out here, and cub crafters. And, of course, then we go into our super modified, Yeehaw 6, Jason Boussat's Rans Coyote 2, Yamaha-powered engines. Really fun time. We've had a great crowd out here today. And everyone's enjoyed getting to meet the pilots, signing autographs with the kids. Fun time with Jeff Pohl and Austin Clemens having their little grudge match. The judges are headed back across the line. The wind has not changed. The weather has not changed. It is the same challenging conditions that we have had all day. And as we see our next round of competitors starting to come out, we sure want to thank Airtech Coatings, American Legend Aircraft, Ladd Gardner Aviation, Madden Resorts, Acme Aero, and Rugged Radios out here. Rugged Radios is what all of our judges, our safety observers, our line judges, our ops people, our air traffic control rely on to communicate and execute these great events with National STOL. So thank you to Rugged Radios. It's been tough, challenging flying today, and you always want to know when you've got somebody that has your back in these tough, challenging times. If you're looking for aviation insurance, then you should look no further than Ladd Gardner Aviation Insurance. With an extensive team of professional aviators, they will give you the attention you deserve, building not only a relationship with your agent that you can trust, but one that also has a work ethic that is second to none. Be protected. Be with Ladd Gardner Aviation Insurance. Coming up next, we're going to start off with Brian Steck. He's got a beautiful 2020 Legend Moac, mother of all cubs out here. Boy's up from Texas. He's going to be competing against a highly modified Cessna 170 that's in the experimental category now, being flown by none other than C.C. Pocock from Calvary. And then Corey Robin, one of the favorites. Everybody online, of course, knows Corey and Ghost, his beautiful Carbon Cub, STOL Drake champion 2018. Pop's Dory's got Coyote Ugly out there, highly modified experimental PA-18 Super Cub. So it is about time to get everything going here. Oh, I cannot wait. This is going to be a good one. Titan 370 is what's powering this Moac. Big extended gear, of course, running Alaska bush wheels, running the Alaska baby bush wheel. And more importantly, he's got that Acme shock underneath the tail, helping absorb the suspension. He's up, he's flying. Acme Aero takes the bounce of the tail, airborne out there at about 122 feet. The dust is still flying up after every single takeoff. These judges, who are also the competitive pilots on the downwind side of this runway, they are taking a beating today. The judge lines up the main gear on CC. He's going to point it just a bit into the wind, using a 100 horsepower shot of nitrous. Let's see what he gets. Oh, he's not going to like that. A little tougher. Airborne at about 119 was the first. CC's going to get airborne somewhere in the 168-foot range. Plug your ears. The old prop being turned by this 370 Titan motor on Ghost as well is a loud one. Big supporter by Acme here, skidding the tires. Oh, good one, good one. He pulled it, and it stayed on the ground for about 10 feet, and then Ghost was airborne, and she is going skyward. Big thanks to Tanis, of course, up here at 151 feet for the Ghost and Corey Robbins. Up here in Minnesota, you guys know how cold the winters are, and you don't want to be starting that cold engine. You can rely on your Tannis preheaters. They have the oil, have the cylinders, have the blocks, everything warmed up, ensuring long life of that engine. Oh, my gosh. Pop's door is showing why he is the absolute master. That was the smoothest takeoff. There was no violent rotation. There was no slam in the tail wheel. It just gently lifted off and floated off the ground at 103 feet. One of our new rookies out here as well, Colin Kneva. We know him with the old green plane out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Silverhawk Aviation, here we go. Oh, yeah, the Light Sport Cub. That's going to be a good takeoff in the 118, 119 range. Woo, look at that. 119, 168, 151, 103, and 119 to start the competition here with the experimental bush. Now, first one's back in, the MOAC. Here we go. See if the wind's gotten any better for Brian Steck and the boys in this round or not. It doesn't look like it. These airplanes are lighter. They're going to be affected by the wind more. He had to throw a big burst of power in at the last minute to save it, and that put about an extra 60, 70 feet on his roll. He's down there, it looks like, at about the 258 mark approximately. Fat Tire Cowboys, of course, nothing better than a Keystone Friday update. 250 on the landing. 250 on the landing for Brian Steck. But big thanks to Fat Tire Cowboys for supporting the National STOL Series as well. Here comes CC Pocock, leading edge slats. Big modified airframe. Nice. Touches down at about 20 feet. I think he's going to be happy with this one. Definitely have one in the books, which is what he needs because his preliminary rounds didn't go that well yesterday. What's the judges say for CC? He's got that 170 stopped in 160 feet. If he can get a little closer to the line on his next chances where he can be more aggressive, I think he's going to really come up with a good score. Goes floating it in. Very good. Nice, smooth. Touchdown. Good conservative landing for the first one. The tally score for Ghost and Corey Robin on the first pass is 200 feet. 200 feet. So typically in this category or this bracket of competition class, we'll see guys operating in about 200, 250 feet combined takeoff and landings. Today's wind conditions are seeing numbers a lot higher, over 300. Pop's Dory throwing some power in it, trying to save it, and he does not do it. It got closer to the line, but it was still about 3 feet short, or about 1 diameter on those 35-inch Alaska bush wheels. Okay, Colin, the rookie. Just fly it smooth, fly it conservative, just like you're out on the sandbars having a good time. Dumping the flaps, good, right on the line. Good effort, good effort. Man, the rookies are just going to school this weekend. They're like, hey, we want to take home some of these medals from the veterans. .181. I think that's going to find Kneva and his Carbon Cub moving up onto the top three. Let's see. Oh, landing 4 or 5 feet past the line. You saw him dump the flaps. The airplane quit flying, which is exactly how you want it to be. That was a nice job. Of course, CC's Bush Air Schoolhouse, great place in Cala Navarra to go and learn how to fly Max Perform your airplane, get tail wheel transition, off-airport training. Grip Lock Ties and Acme Aero, big sponsors here for Corey Robin and the Ghost. One of the original Flying Cowboys out of Utah, having a good time on his mid-U.S. tour. This next gentleman, the beautiful Coyote Ugly, used to live and spend his time in Nevada. Yeah, that other desert state. Now he splits it between his grandkids in Boise, Nampa, Idaho area, and Arizona. Such a friendly gentleman. Colin Kneva, Lincoln, Nebraska. Again, one of the rookies in the class. It's on the airplane about a year, flown about 200 hours. That was a good score. Really good score. All right, Brian's out for his second run. Round 2 of the experimental bush. I think he'll like that takeoff. 159 is what it comes in at. There you go. That's the takeoff CC was looking for. Right down in about the 120-foot range. 170. Yeah, 117, 117. Good deal. Corey's getting the line judges pumped up, getting psyched up. Oh, good one. These are all going to be super, super close. 120 for the Ghost. All right, Pops led the way with a 103 on the first round. Leading edge slats on Coyote Ugly. Oh, and just another super smooth technique. Sub 100 feet. We're going to call it 94, says the judges. That will give you a little boost in your confidence. If we're seeing stuff this short on the experimental bush, I can't wait to see what we're going to get out of the light sport experimentals. Colin Kneva, the Carbon Cub, he's sticking to Mr. Consistent. 114, within 5 feet of his first takeoff. All right, Brian Steck is bringing the American legend, mother of all Cubs, back in. Big, huge flaps on that airplane. Beautiful. The leading edge slats, used it all to save it, smoothly rolled it on. It cost him a little bit of distance. And as our Delta Connection jet taxis in, those pilots sitting over there going, why am I at work flying this airliner instead of just being over there with all the great folks watching this fun STOL competition? CC with another good one there coming in. Oh, what are we going to call it? I'd say just over the 130 mark. 138. Yeah, the Delta jet, he was a little bit long. He floated it to about the 1,500-foot mark and then rolled it out to about 5,000 feet. So he may win his category, but I could beat him with my 737. Oh, yes, just enough power to keep it inches above the ground. So he got himself a score, but it definitely floated. All right, Pops out there crabbing into the wind. About 20-degree crab on final. You can see what the wind's doing. There's a lot of it. And then it starts to go away right in the last 200-300 feet. Right there. Now he's making a big adjustment, fighting it. Rudder, aileron, power. Not a lot of aileron with this slow speed high OA. You don't want that induced drag, and he touches down short. The moan of the crowd back here. It's like, oh my gosh. I haven't heard that big a moan since Grandpa found out Grandma was cooking meatloaf again. All right. Colin, you're on the board, buddy. Let's see if you can bring it in again. 200 for Corey. Oh, a big burst. Keep it in. Good correction. Waited till the airplane got a little bit lower to the ground because it floated pretty high. He took those flaps off to convince it to get all the way down to the ground. We're keeping Austin running over there. He's been flying all day, and now he's working as a line judge, and Austin calls that landing in at 255. Colin will not be happy with that. That'd be good with the old green plane, his beautiful family 182. Be sure to check them out at Carbon TV, or you can find them online. A lot of our performers here have YouTube channels as well. Of course, Corey Robin, well known. Pops Dory, he put up a lot of YouTube stuff back before it was even cool. You can go to Jughead Council and follow me and my dog Dakota as we have adventures at R170, flying, biking, skiing, hunting around the western United States. Of course,